The moment she pressed the soil down over the coffin, Alina felt like a part of herself had been buried too. She had said her final goodbye to her twin sister Arya, who had been her mirror, her shadow, and her best friend. But just as grief began to settle like a heavy stone in her chest, something impossible happened 3 months later. Arya appeared at her doorstep, alive, her eyes full of secrets that could shatter Alina's world. Alina had always thought life without Arya was unimaginable. They had shared everything, their clothes, their dreams, even the tiniest secrets whispered under the covers at night. When Arya died suddenly in a car accident, it was as if a storm had ripped through Alina's entire existence. Her world, once vibrant and full of laughter, had gone silent. The funeral had been a blur of black and muted sobs. Friends and family hugged her, offering condolences that felt empty because nothing could bring back the sister who had understood her without a word. Alina's parents had been devastated too, but their grief had made them distant, and she felt strangely alone, even in the crowded church. Grieving wasn't simple. Every corner of their house reminded her of Arya, the half-empty wardrobe, the doodles they had drawn together, the lingering scent of her perfume in the hallway. Alina would wake in the night, expecting to hear Arya's laughter, only to be met with silence. Weeks passed, and Alina tried to force herself back into normalcy. School friends, even casual outings felt meaningless. The void Arya had left seemed impossible to fill. Her friends suggested therapy, but Alina couldn't explain the strange sense that something was off. Something about Arya's death never felt right. The accident report said one thing, but Alina's heart whispered another. Then, one rainy evening, she found a small note tucked into Arya's old journal. "If you ever doubt the truth, follow the path I left behind." Her heart skipped. Arya had always been cryptic, but now it felt like a lifeline. Alina didn't know what it meant, but she felt the first spark of hope and fear since the day she had buried her sister. 3 months later, Alina was sitting alone in her room, tracing Arya's handwriting in the old journal, when she heard a knock at the door. Her heart raced in a rhythm of disbelief and terror. "Alina?" A voice, soft and trembling. She froze. That voice, she would recognize it anywhere. Her knees gave way, and she stumbled toward the door. There, standing drenched from the rain, was Arya. Alive, her hair plastered to her face, her eyes wide with fear and confusion. I don't know how to explain," Arya whispered, her voice shaking. "I didn't want anyone to find me. Not yet. I had to disappear. They were after me." Alina's mind reeled. After the funeral, after the tears, after the months of emptiness, Arya was here, alive. And yet, something darker lingered in her sister's eyes, a story Alina had no idea she'd become part of. Over the next few days, Arya slowly unraveled the truth. She had been forced to fake her death by a dangerous man who had been threatening their family. Her disappearance had been the only way to protect Alina and their parents. Every lie, every heartache had been a shield. It wasn't easy to forgive the months of grief, the isolation, the torment of thinking she had lost Arya forever. But as they held each other, the bond between the twins, tested by death and deceit, grew even stronger. Together they faced the threats that had torn them apart. The experience transformed Alina, teaching her resilience, courage, and the power of unwavering love. The pain of losing Arya had been unbearable, but the miracle of having her back reminded Alina that hope often comes in the most unexpected ways. As they sat in the garden, watching the sunset, Alina realized that life had a way of breaking you down, only to rebuild you stronger. "I thought I lost you forever," she whispered. Arya squeezed her hand. "You never lost me, Alina," she said. "We're twins. That bond doesn't end, not even with death." And in that moment, Alina knew that no matter what storms came their way, love and the strength it gave them would always lead them home.